Okay, so my iPad was being kind of weird in my live video, so I figured I would do another video to show you guys my meal prep system that would be a little bit easier to watch without wanting to throw up. So this is a Healthy Passion. If you guys aren't familiar, it's a meal planning software that's designed so you know exactly what to eat to reach your goals. So what happens is when you create an account, you'll put in your height, your weight, your age, some information like that, and then check the little box that says carb cycling, and the software will actually calculate what you need each day to hit your goals. So it's awesome for that. I use it every single day. I use it with my clients. It's amazing. So when you set up your account, and these are just sample numbers, most people's numbers are going to be way higher. This is just, again, for a reference here to kind of show you guys the system. But essentially, your numbers are going to be different for every day of the week. So like low carb days, you'll see protein and fat are higher. And then regular macro days, you'll see that carbs are higher, and of course protein and fat are lower. Okay, and then also if you guys are like kind of stuck on I don't know what to eat, there is an autofill button. It'll actually help give you ideas. So just click that, and what it'll do is actually fill in the day to stay underneath your net carbs and try to hit the macros specified. You'll see here, just kind of plugs things in for you. You can always change it out if you want, but that's a really cool tool, especially if you're like, I don't know what to eat. So here is how I go about my meal prep for the week. So Sundays are always kind of like my day to kind of unwind, relax, have fun. So for me, the idea of spending the entire day in the kitchen is like the end of the world. So typically I commit to prepping no more than one thing for the week in advance on Sundays. And then throughout the rest of the week, I do something I like to call rolling meal prep. And what that means is basically I kind of am always trying to stay one step ahead. It's sort of like a game I play with myself. And so with meal planning, I'm a big fan of planning out my week because that's when I'm busiest. So I always plan Monday through Friday, my meals, and then weekends I'll typically kind of plan the day before or sort of like plan a little bit and then fill in the blanks as I figure out my plans. So this really applies to the week. So here you'll see, and I'll show you guys my summary for the day of kind of what's on my meal plan. So I've got a frittata for breakfast. For lunch, I've got a really simple, just turkey and butter lettuce. And then for dinner, I've got these Instant Pot shredded chicken poblanos. Since Monday mornings are typically really busy for me for work, I actually am going to prep this on Sunday, and this only takes about 20 minutes. I'll prep it. I actually have leftovers on Tuesday for breakfast, and that's pretty much it. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll take a peek at Tuesday, see what I'm cooking Tuesday night for dinner, what I'm having Tuesday for lunch, and then that's what I'll kind of roll ahead from Monday. So again, really simple lunch, but let's go ahead and look and see. So we've got the chicken piccata for Tuesday, and then for Monday, I've got shredded chicken poblanos. So with this recipe, and of course I know this because I've made it before, there's some downtime while the chicken cooks inside of the Instant Pot. So what I'll do here is I'll actually look and see what I've got Tuesday for dinner and what I can do on Monday night while I have downtime instead of wasting time to get me ready for Tuesday. That way Tuesday comes together a little bit more simply and I can kind of prep on Tuesday for Wednesday, if that makes sense. So this chicken recipe, the zucchini ribbons, that takes a little bit of time to cut that zucchini. So while I'm waiting around for my dinner to finish on Monday, I'll go ahead and prep the zucchini. So then Tuesday night, it's really easy for me to pull this dinner together. And then what I'll do is I'll take a peek at Wednesday and see what I've got going on for Wednesday's meal. So that way on Tuesday night, when I have a little bit of downtime, I can prep ahead for Wednesday, if that makes sense. Now, one other trick that I love to do is really keep lunch simple. So instead of prepping lunches for the week, I'm a big fan of having leftovers for lunch. So I always take whatever I had dinner the night before, typically. Sometimes I'll move it around just to help fit macros. And then I'll typically change it up as well if I, so I don't get bored. So like this, I'm putting this over a salad. Sometimes I'll add rice, I'll add a sweet potato. But I typically always have leftovers for lunch, and that really helps on having a meal prep as well. So then while Tuesday is going down, I'm going to take a peek at Wednesday, and I'm going to see that this is a lot of veggies. So I might just cut up all the veggies for the rice. If I have a really busy day coming up on Wednesday, maybe I'll go ahead and just throw the rice in the rice cooker, cook that in advance and reheat it. But for me, if I can just cut these veggies up while I'm standing around, I'm going to really save time on Wednesday when I'm cooking. And then Wednesday, I'll take a peek at Thursday. Another tip is to look for uniform items throughout the week or consistent items. So you'll see broccoli's on the meal plan a few times, onions are on the meal plan a few times. So what I like to do is in that case, I'll go ahead and cut all my onions at once and just put them into little baggies, or I'll cut all my broccoli at once and put it into little baggies. So you'll see here dinner, got onions and broccoli. So again, on Wednesday when I'm prepping dinner for that, I'll go ahead and cut up the stuff for Thursday, if that makes sense. So essentially I'm just always trying to stay ahead of myself. Really, it takes about the same time you know, as it would cooking the whole meal from scratch. But what I found is if I'm prepped ahead and, you know, something goes crazy or work goes long or I get in traffic or, you know, whatever it may be, I'm at least ahead. So there's no room for error. Where sometimes if you don't get ahead, then, you know, the day gets crazy and you just come home, you're like, screw this, I don't want to cook, I'm going to get carry out. And that's where you tend to fall off. So for me, always staying one step ahead has really helped me kind of get that momentum and keep it going. And again, then, you know, if I don't feel like chopping onions and I just want a really quick and simple dinner on Thursday and I don't want to prep anything for Friday, like I'm good. So that's sort of my system. Again, the key is starting with planning. You know, I take about 30 minutes each week, look at my schedule for the upcoming week. I use the autofill button to save a ton of time, but you know, you can also just plug things in from scratch by saying like, I want to have chicken recipe. We could type in chicken rice, you know, whatever. And, you know, kind of start from there, or you can, you know, let the software do it for you. So hope this was helpful. Again, the key here is just really getting that momentum in place to where you feel like, okay, I've got this. And I think this rolling meal prep system really helps with that. You know, again, I love to add leftovers in one night of the week. You know, in this particular week, I didn't, but, you know, typically Friday nights, some form of leftovers. So maybe I'll take that chicken piccata from Tuesday and I'll serve it over pasta to kind of change it up, or I'll take the, you know, poblanos from Monday and turn it into nachos or something like that. But I typically always have one night during the week that's my busiest that I like to have something that's just easy, kind of repurposing, and go from there. So hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you guys aren't using Healthy Passion, go check it out. I have a free trial, so just let me know and I can give you the link. And yeah, let's go roll some meal prepping.